fans in their seats here at the Oracle Arena as the Golden State Warriors look to grab a win in front of the home crowd here. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. And for the Detroit Pistons, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Golden State Warriors.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not, and that is why they just could not recover.
When the defense breaks down, you have to take advantage of them. And because they blew their chances, they have only themselves to blame.
So Golden State will get the first possession. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Jackson and KCP are in the backcourt together. Andre Drummond is out there with Tobias Harris. And it's Morris in at the 3 slot. Now Jackson after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Tipped away. Here's Harris. Another shot. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
That's good from Harris. And the Warriors certainly a dominant team, but I think what captivates the fans, Steve, just as much as their style of play, ball movement, up-tempo, shots from all over the floor. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. The best shooting backcourt in league history with Curry and Thompson. Like you said, it's the playmaking and intelligence of the players around them that enable them to take full advantage and pick teams apart.
Now we're at the point in the season where some teams only have the draft lottery to look forward to. Kind of a sad state, but that's what they hang their hat on. Do you feel, Smitty, the current NBA draft lottery setup is a good one? Should they consider changes?
Yeah, I like it. The only thing is I don't like to see repeat teams 3-4 years in a row. I think some kind of penalty if you go 3 or 4 years with, not being competitive, something has to be done there.
I like that, yeah. I get it for a couple of years in a row. You're trying to rebuild. You do it 3-4 years in a row. It's tough to watch.
It is.
Because they're just constantly treading water.
Yes.
Here is McGee after the made shot from Andre Drummond. The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shot.
That free throw, no good. He's off on the second.
Steve Kerr, Coach of the Year. Not a bad way to start off your coaching career. Averaged 70 wins through his first 2 years. That is unreal.
Here's Curry. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
He was very active on defense, too, recording 3 steals for the game.
Now here's Curry to the wing on the left. Green, the screen. Here's McGee. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. And with Kerr, there were a lot of other coaches that had great seasons, but how can you not, Steve, give the award to someone who won 73 games?
I totally agree. There were some coaches that did a fantastic job, but it came down to either Luke Walton or Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr obviously won it, and I'm happy for him.
Here is Durant, following the basket by Marcus Morris. Thompson for the triple. Connects from 3-point range.
Again, Thompson finds himself with some room off the screen. He doesn't need much space to pull the trigger.
And here's Jackson. 17 points for him last game against Golden State.
He really did an outstanding job setting up his teammates as well. The defense could not figure out where the ball was going to go next.
The Warriors have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Curry dishes to Thompson. And here's Green outside. Detroit with the rebound. It's an 8-point differential. Caldwell-Pope against Thompson. Caldwell-Pope passes to Jackson. And Drummond kicks to Morris. There's the screen. Clock at 4. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Here's Jackson, and it's blocked by Curry.
Love seeing Stephen Curry get up and send that one back.
Durant with 3. That shot is off. And so the first quarter is in the books. Pistons ahead. They lead by 8. We've got more in store for you right after this. And certainly one of the game's bigger personalities, Draymond Green, had this to say about his approach to leadership.
Most importantly, it's just about how the guys respond to me. And, just really bringing that energy and that attitude and that fire each and every night, every day, whether it's in practice, whether it's, in the game, whatever it is, just always bringing that energy and that passion.
A heart and soul guy. Draymond Green has the kind of spirit, guys, that everyone else can just kind of feed off of.
Yeah, his talents and contributions now being appreciated. He's forced his way into the discussion of top 10 players in our league.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Right from the start, they have been able to really own the paint and just dominate the backboard.
They are really fighting for position on every shot release, so they are prepared for the rebound. Fantastic work ethic.
They've got Iguodala. Livingston is out there with McCaw. And it's West. And it's Pachulia in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Now, here is Smith. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Pistons.
And they love to spread the floor with shooting. A lot of three-point attempts, and that's been the league-wide direction, and this group has been no exception.
Harris outside. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Lure with the shot. Well, we know the NBA has always valued scorers, guys that can put the ball in the basket and get paid to do it and do it well and do it a lot. Do you think, Steve, the great defenders are still undervalued in this NBA?
Yeah, I think so. I think people don't understand from my day to now, because of the new rules, no hand checking, no touching. You have guys now that's a premium to be able to guard some of these guys. The way they're scoring the basketball, you need more guys that can defend at an elite level than I think you did in the past.
Harder to play good defense or good offense?
I think harder to play good defense right now because you can't touch.
Right.
Guy coming at you, full speed, just a sleight of hand touch, it's a foul now.
So more effort, more hustle required on that end.
More team defensive minded right now, I think, as well.
Smith for 3. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Warriors trail by 6. Iguodala dishes to Livingston. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Livingston's got his first points in this one. Pass to Lure. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Poked away. It's stolen by Livingston. A one near Iguodala as he lets it go from outside off the mark.
Surprising. He usually puts the dagger in your heart. That wide open from 3. Andre Iguodala gives you a little bit of everything. Defensively, offensively, making the big plays. He's always in the right spot, ready to make a big stop or make a big shot.
And here are the Warriors now, following the bucket by the Pistons. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play, going to the line for 1.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
The Warriors have missed both of their free throws tonight, 0 for 2 so far. So both teams changing it up here.
One shot, gentlemen.
That one misses for Pachulia. Pistons leading by 4. Caldwell Pope passes to Smith. 17-foot shot on the way. And Lure gets it to go. Lure's got his first 2 points of the night. Smith against Curry. Takes a 3. The shot missing. Smith with the defensive effort. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Durant with the steal. Here's Curry. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make. He is 1 for 4.
And the wingspan for Durant, so disruptive. Such a great score. I think people overlook the strides he's made at the defensive end.
Now here is Morris. He's got 5. Drummond the screen. Morris kicks to Smith. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Pistons lead by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Steph, you know you're #1 in the defensive scouting report. How do you counteract that?
I just got to slow down. I mean, we're playing good defense, trying to trap the ball screens and take them out the three-point line. But, you know, just got to be aggressive, keep getting shots up, making the right plays, and they'll turn around.
We'll see what you do in the second half. Thanks, Steph. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to review. Detroit finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They are leading by 4. Kenny, let's go to you. Your opinion on their game so far.
Well, I like their effort on the boards because a game could come down to just a few key possessions, and extra rebounds can give you those extra possessions if you work at it.
Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Well, they remind me of Arizona. They were flat defensively. They didn't collapse at the end. They allowed over 50% shooting. I expect them to come out much more aggressive in the second half and try to take the lead early on.
And that about wraps it up, as the second half is just moments away. Now down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew, and we will see you after the game, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Nice game, great performance by Marcus Morris.
And even though the defensive pressure and attention was squarely on him in that first half, yet he's still able to be the most effective player on the floor.
It just goes to show you how special of a player he is. Even when all the eyes are on him, he still shows up and comes up big for his squad.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game, offensive rebounding or the lack thereof, a lot of one-and-dones in that game.
You know, you have to crash the glass on both sides of the floor, and they didn't get the job done in terms of creating second chance opportunities.
Checking out the group for Stan Van Gundy to start the second half. Jackson and KCP are in the backcourt together. Marcus Morris is out there with Tobias Harris, and it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. Free throw good, Drummond. Well, for every NBA player, there seems to be a moment, Smitty, when they realize that they had a special talent, that the game came easy to them. Did you have that kind of moment where you said, you know what, I'm pretty good at this game?
You know what helped me, Kevin? Drafted by the Miami Heat. And sometimes where you're drafted and the people around you. I played with Glenn Rice, from the state of Michigan, played
Yes.
at Michigan. Then I also played with Willie Burton. He's from my neighborhood.
Sure is.
So getting a chance to have guys familiar, some similar backgrounds, Grant Long as well, it made life a little bit easier. I think when I knew I was special, when the first time I heard my name in the starting lineup.
I bet. And Miami is not too bad a city to begin your
No, not at
career
all.
in, is it?
Yeah, Michigan was pretty cold. I was down there in Miami.
Outside Curry. Durant kicks to Thompson. From deep, Green. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboards.
The offense was firing on all cylinders, and that's the exact kind of shot they wanted.
And the Warriors decide to take their first timeout here. Different look here for the Warriors. West is checked in for JaVale McGee. Iguodala comes in for Green. McCaw, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Then for the Pistons, Aaron Baines comes in for Harris. And Darren Hilliard's subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Set it up, bring the play in.
1:35 left in the third. West with the ball. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And Thompson kicks to Iguodala. 5 to shoot. Here's Livingston. That one drops for him.
That's just terrific ball movement to get his teammate a wide open shot.
Detroit leading by 9. For Sean Livingston, a lot of his scores come from him hitting a jumper on a smaller guard. His post-up game and turnaround shot are one of the hardest things to stop in the league.
And so many people say, well, he has an advantage because of his size and height. But first of all, you got to have the ability and skills to handle the basketball as a point guard. And so what, you're down there with smaller guys. You have to have skill set to make those turnaround jumpers. And also the mid-range game, that's an art. Sean Livingston has mastered it.
And the Warriors making a change here. Pachulia is checked in. Detroit also making some changes. John Lure, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. And Smith subbed in for Jackson. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Picked by Pachulia. A shot by Thompson. No one's around. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
Sean Livingston's court vision is amazing. Being able to hit the open guy right on stride.
Smith outside. He feeds it to Drummond. Drummond is doubled. Morris outside. Here's Lure. And Detroit again with the bucket. Now Thompson. He's got 6. Pass to Livingston. From downtown. And no good trying to get that one. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Pistons ahead. They lead by 8. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Right now is when we go, good shot, great shot, right? Right now is when we talk on every screen down here and switch and ice and all the stuff we do on point.
That's Steve Kerr. This is what his teams do. They take away a lot of easy shots, easy baskets.
Yeah, you heard him. Ice the screens, communicate. Give me everything you've got defensively.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. We've got Green. Durant is out there with Iguodala. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Clark in at the shooting guard position. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
And the length of Durant. He's more than capable of attacking the rim and either scoring or drawing the foul.
For your Warriors, Kevin Durant. 2 shots.
That's good from Durant. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Warriors. And Detroit with a change here, too. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Ish Smith. Durant nails both of them.
He just can't miss from the line right now. He is the guy you want taking those shots.
Pistons leading by 6. Outside Jackson. To the paint. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Drummond with a screen on Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. And the Pistons lead by 8.
The defense was clearly not on the same page. No one picked up the open man.
Outside Curry. The shot, no good. And it's Detroit the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. On the wing, Jackson, guarded by Curry. 13 feet away. And Jackson gets it to go.
Timeout.
And it's a 10-point Detroit lead.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And they've gotten good looks, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, he has to get his offense moving again. It hasn't been bad, but it could be much better.
The sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He told them that for now, they have to back off of the three-point line. He said, we don't have to just shoot threes. Let's get the ball in tight for some high percentage looks inside the paint. Back to you guys.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Green, the screen. Clark kicks to Curry. The offensive rebound. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
The free throw off from McGee. Pistons leading by 8. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Lure with it. Now Green defending. Drummond a screen. Caldwell Pope outside. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by McGee. Golden State running out of time. Shoots the 3. No good from Durant.
And you can see why he might be off on some of his attempts, getting far fewer shots today than he's accustomed to.
Harris kicks to Drummond. Warriors with the rebound.
That was a huge face-off at the rim. Two great competitors defense took it.
And the wide open shot from Green. And a miss there on the triple. The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. They set the pick. Caldwell Pope kicks to Jackson. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
No intimidation factor at all. They felt like they were playing at home, and they showed it.
Different look here for the Warriors. David West, he's checked in for Green. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. McCaw, he's checked in for Ian Clark. And it's Livingston in for Curry. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. Johnson comes in for Tobias Harris. Darren Hilliard's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Ish Smith in for Reggie Jackson. Now here is Smith following the miss by David West. Back to Johnson. The Pistons working the ball around now. Here's Hilliard. Johnson kicks to Smith. And not sure what he was thinking there. Iguodala left side. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's Smith. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. It is time now to present Andre Drummond. He came out of the locker room at halftime with some nice shooting, going 3 for 3 to start the third quarter.
Well, he came to rescue the team tonight, Ernie. Things were getting desperate for him, and the consecutive losses kept mounting. But he put him on his back, and he responded exactly the way he needed to.
This was the Andre Drummond that was the NBA All-Star. He's always impactful in the paint, but tonight he was extra special. They turned him loose, and he did not disappoint.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. The long line at the buffet, though.
Yeah. Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Oh,
yes. I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.